So a little introduction for our characters. I'll be playing Dr. Christopher, and Jack's going to be playing Juliet and Romeo. Hi everyone, welcome to Dr. Christopher's Talk Show. I'm your host, Dr. Christopher. I would like to welcome to the show Mrs. Juliet Capulet. Juliet, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, I'm Juliet.
So Juliet, how long have you been a Romeo addict?
Well, I've been a Romeo addict for 72 hours now.
Wow, I'm speechless.
I know, it's crazy.
Alright, moving on to the next question. Was it love at first sight, or did it take a while for the relationship to build?
It was love at first sight, no question. I looked at him and thought, he's cute.
Very interesting, but we would like to know, how could you love each other if you belong to different households?
Just because he was a Capulet didn't mean that he was any different. My nurse used to always tell me never judge a book by its cover.
Interesting. Did you ever see yourself falling in love with somebody like Romeo?
No, not at all. Before Romeo, I thought that I would marry someone who my parents loved and I loved. I didn't like Paris, but my parents did. I loved Romeo, but I knew that my parents did not.
Alright, Juliet. Now moving on to the true or false segment.
I'm so excited.
True or false? Is it true that you love your nurse more than you love your parent?
Go. Well, it depends.
No, it must be true or false.
Okay, true.
Wow, that's a shocker. Well, that's enough true or false for today. Moving on. Can you describe exactly how you and Romeo love each other?
Sure. Well, we were at my father's party, and I was dancing, and he was walking around the party. He looked at me, and I looked at him. We kept making eye contact after that. It was love at first sight. We both talked to each other, and we snuck away, touched hands, and kissed a bit. From then on, I knew that he was the one.
Wow, I'm speechless. Thanks for joining us today, Juliet.
Thank you, Dr. Christopher. It was an honor.
Now for our next guest. Today we weren't only lucky just to have Juliet, but Romeo is also going to come in.
Hello, Dr. Christopher. I'm glad.
So Romeo, how long have you been a Juliet addict? Wow, that's not too long. What got you hooked so quickly?
First, let me say that she's the most beautiful girl that I have ever laid my eyes on. She also has a great personality.
And what are your thoughts on Rosalie now?
I used to think the world of her, but she never appreciated my love, so I had to forget her. Hence why I went to the party.
And tell us, Romeo, what happened at this party?
Well, I came to the party still heartbroken for my former lover, but then I met the most wonderful lady on the face of the earth.
And why did you come back to the house after leaving the party?
Well, I knew if I never came back, then I would lose her forever, and I didn't want that to happen.
And speaking of rash decisions, what made you propose to Juliet so quickly?
It was love at first sight. I knew that she was the one.
Alright, I think we can all agree we've heard enough of your love life now. Now time for the true or false segment. Romeo, for the final question.
Yes?
Is it true you'd rather have Juliet live over Mercutio?
Wow, that is a hard question. I have to say Juliet. Mercutio was a dear friend, but Juliet was the apple of my eye.
Alright, well that concludes today's show. Thanks for joining us, Romeo.
My pleasure, Dr. Christopher.
Alright, thanks for joining us, folks, and we'll see you next time. Hi, everybody. Well, this is Dr. Christopher.
Hello, Dr. Christopher.